The Mark 19 grenade machine gun, Yeetus Deletus by the Fat Electrician. Now, for YouTube, TOS, and advertiser purposes, everyone in this video is a trained individual on trigger discipline and proper safety. I do not condone any unsafe behaviors or anything that would be considered unsafe, illegal, or unlawful with firearms. Please, if you do not know what you're doing, please see a proper licensed professional in regards to trigger discipline and gun safety. Everyone in this is a trained professional and doing this in the proper places that it should be done in. Now that that is done, for YouTube advertisers and TOS in regards to firearm safety policy, let us continue.
Today we're talking about the Mark 19. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's a machine gun that shoots grenades. Like you.
Okay. Chat. Why do those look tasty, though? Like, I feel like this is, with that color, it's one of those things that, like, you could just take and just bite into. And like this, I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks these look kind of tasty? The forbidden popsicle.
Grenades. Like, imagine a bunch of grunts pouring a case of hand grenades into a pitching machine. Yeah, it's that.
So, military personnel. Not that this would ever have happened. This would have allegedly happened, you know. Obviously, this would allegedly. This is all theoretical, obviously. Have you ever seen or have you ever put hand grenades into a pitching machine? Not that this would have happened, obviously. This is all hypothetical and theoretical.
This thing is capable of shooting 40 to 60 grenades per minute up to a mile away. And that's actually just when you want to use it for direct fire like a gun. If you get bored and decide you want to take some half-court shots, you can aim it up in the air and basically use it like miniature artillery. You know, for when you want to hit the bad guy with that Yeetus Deletus. I'm trying to tell you.
I already love this. Are you saying I can get a personal mortar out of this? Sign me up. Actually, don't sign me up. I would not do well in military service. I would do awful. It would break me. I have so much respect for our military personnel that come out and watch.
It's basically a fully automatic mortar, you know, in case the enemy's hiding behind a tank or something. Because a tank is literally what you're going to need if you plan on being safe at all. Because this thing shoots M340 dual-purpose grenades, and they are capable of...
Wait, do you have the thing for the Mark 19? I'd be very interested in at least taking a look at that. That sounds amazing. Those are training rounds called cheetah rounds because they are filled with orange dust. Okay, so hear me out, though. When I used to work at a theater, we had this orange dust, this orange powder that we would put into the popcorn machine. Like, it's the salt, right? The salt and the coloring to, you know, when it pops, it has that color and it has the salt level it does. I used to put that directly on my popcorn. Do you think, hypothetically, the dust in the Cheeto rounds would go well on popcorn? Not that I'm saying to try this, not that I'm condoning this action, not that I'm saying this should be done. Hypothetically, do you think this would go well on popcorn? You know, out of curiosity.
Penetrating up to 3 inches of armor.
Oh,
Should you
baby.
find yourself not in a tank, the kill radius on one of these grenades is 5 meters in diameter, which is like 16 and a half feet. That's like the you're definitely dead radius. If you're within...
I absolutely love this. What engineer made this? I feel like this man deserves a raise.
like 50 feet of this thing when it goes off, you're probably gonna have a bad day. If you're inside the 16-foot kill radius, then, well, your subscription to life just got canceled. Your new pronouns are here and over there. If you're not picking up what I'm putting
here, over there, and was.
down, I'm telling you, somebody's gonna be picking what's left of you up with a fucking snow shovel. Now, to be fair, that's definitely the worst part. But it is worth mentioning that when you're shooting grenades, there is a noticeable delay between the time that you hear the thump and the time you hear the explosion.
Oh, so this is like Badger trying to drop his payload in the War Thunder video, right? Where he's like, oh, that didn't go off, and then it has a delayed timed explosive. Oh, that's so good.
Trying to tell you, it's like getting unalived with a dial-up connection. Like, you're gonna fuck around and take a pop shot at Doc, and you're gonna hear thump, thump, thump. Like, you're dead, it's just buffering. You're actually gonna have time to...
You're dead, it's just buffering. Oh, why is that so good? That's so perfect. That's so perfect. Oh, yeah, speaking of lubricant, yes, I believe I did see that Mike Burn Fire. Isn't the lubricant for this allegedly, like, super toxic and caustic? Like, isn't the, like, lubricant for this 40 millimeter, like, actually, like, questionably unhealthy, allegedly?
Bend over and kiss your ass goodbye before you take your new job promotion. Because you're about to go from insurgent to fucking everywhere surgeon. And that's just like a couple grenades. It can shoot 60 in a minute. Okay, and they don't just...
60 RPM? Sign me up. Oh, man. Is this one of those things, like, you could, like, own this in some weird state like Florida for, like, some weird purpose like deforestation? Or are these strictly I'm pretty sure these are strictly military, right? Because there's zero civilian use that this could have, right? I mean, maybe you could get away with deforestation, actually. Hold up. Maybe. I'd be very curious, though, because there's always demolition. Right, yeah. Because there's always some weird, like, loopholes and stuff that, like, stuff like this can be sold in certain areas. But obviously, you should always, make sure that you are practicing proper, firearm and safety trigger discipline and making sure that you are reading all local laws and regulations, as well as all federal laws and regulations in regard to buying such implements.
Mount them on tripods. They mount them on Humvees, trucks, Strikers. They put them on everything. Like, the last thing you want to do is fuck around with a convoy when the truckers have one of these mounted on top, okay? Because you're not just going to die. You're going to take out your general direction with you. Like, if you're on the left, that's just not going to be a thing anymore. There's no more left. It's just gone. You can't just take a left anymore. Now you got to take 3 rights. Not only did you die, now you're inconveniencing everyone. I hope you're happy. Yes. Look, this gun is just the epitome of unhealth care in America. We invented this thing in 19...
Wait a minute. This thing's only 20 grand? Wait. Oh, this has to be military cost then. I'm assuming that if there was a potential civilian variant for demolition purposes, strictly demolition purposes, this would probably be more.
1966, and then 3 years later in 69, we put a man on the moon. Like, that's the order of our priorities. Yeah. Like, yeah, we're definitely going to make one giant leap for mankind, but it's going to be after we figure out how to make a machine gun that shoots fucking grenades. Uncle Sam just walked up in the room like, hey, listen up, nerds. I mean, NASA. Here's the deal. Some 7-year-old from Kentucky just sent me a blueprint of a machine gun that shoots grenades drawn in crayon. We're going to need to put this whole space race thing on the back burner until we can...
It would be drawn in crayon, too. The absolute legends the Marines are.
Make this gun a reality. So, just to reiterate the order of our priorities. Number 1, build a machine gun that shoots grenades. Number 2, win the space race, putting a man on the moon, subsequently bankrupting the Soviet Union. And then for the final death blow, we're going to beat their undefeated hockey team at Lake Placid in 1980. Ooh. Any questions? No? Good. Okay, ready? Break. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Best way to support the channel is to join the Unhealthcare Club or go get yourself some merch, all available at the FatElectrician.com. Quack bang out.
That's wild. And that's the thing. I'm not even opposed. As long as the paperwork is easy to do, as long as it's straightforward, right? And I don't even mind the waiting. Like, I understand it. I understand that, you need to wait. Certain people need to look it over. Do a background check. I have no fear of a background check after, professorship for a certain game is what I'll say. I have no fear of a background check. Absolutely no issues with paperwork for me. But no, that'd be very interesting. I'd be curious to see how this works on the civilian market and what paperwork you would need to file for that, because that would be absolutely wild. But have you ever worked on one of these? Do you actively work on one of these? Have you had to repair them? How does the lubricant taste? Not that I'm saying, not that I'm condoning tasting it or anybody should ever consume it. I'm just saying hypothetically, if someone were to ever have accidentally or intentionally consumed it, how did it taste? The Cheeto dust, how well does it go on popcorn and other food? Once again, not condoning it. Thank you all for watching. This has been absolutely amazing. And God, thank you everybody that has served in the military. Strictly from a apolitical standpoint, strictly from a just standpoint of gratitude. Thank you for taking the time out of your life to do something that you believed in and that you believe would benefit other people. Thank you. You are appreciated. You are seen. And hopefully you're having a good day out there. See you in the next one.